Cúig the heaven. They went to Ireland. Cúig the heaven. Okay, so all of these change when you do this. And it's the same thing in here that you would do is if you just want to say, I would like to do something, Balwadium. Okay? So I want to go out, I would like to go out, Balwadium Dolamach. I would like to talk with him, Balwadium Lauertschlesh. I would like to hear that Balwadium Eishina Kushta. I would like to see that Balwadium Eishina Epa. I would like to get Ireland, Balwadium Dol Goherin. Okay? So it's the thing in Irish that you do where you have to switch the words around, like when you have Eishina Kushta, that to here. Or, okay? So Taresh the Cholam Awankacher Aaron Olas. So after Cholam had informed his bank, or in Irish, after Cholam his bank had put his bank to put on knowledge, or this is the way you say to inform is to put on the knowledge. Achur to put, and Olas on the knowledge. Okay? Yeah. Or Olas more like information. It's not really knowledge is no different, but information. Okay? And it's Awonk, his bank. Okay? So what if it was her bank? A bank. A bank. Okay? How do you say my bank? Mawonk. Okay? Okay, so Taresh Tacholam Mawonk Achur Aaron Olas. So after Cholam had informed his bank, Fui Nakarti Kredvasa. Fui means about here. So about the cards of credit. Nakarti Kredvasa. Okay? A Giju Y that were stolen from him. Okay, the word guj means steal. So sentence H down below, you want to say that man stole money from him, and you say Rij and Farshin Aragadwai. So Rij is stole, and Farshin, that man, Aragad is money, and Y is from him, meaning from where Colin in this case. Now if you want to say money was stolen from him, you use this form Giju. So Giju Aragad Y. Okay, that ADH at the end is pronounced U here. And we've had it a few times. That's what's called the free verb actually. It's a past tense free verb. So it means something was done. It's kind of like if you know the term passive in English, it's kind of like the passive in English. So what it says is that something was done to someone, but it doesn't say who did it. Okay? Then you can translate it either as money was stolen from him or someone stole money from him. Okay? It's the same thing. We've had other ones like the words Rogu was born, Togu was raised. Okay, Guju here was stolen. Okay? And most verbs in Irish you can make a form like this to mean that something was done. Okay? So let me read the whole sentence. So Taresh the Cholam Awang Kachur Aaron Olas Fuina Karti Kredvasa a Gujuway. Because the other half of the sentence, okay. You see one sentence before the break, probably. Okay. Agus nuair a bhí sheicleabhar nua agus burla nótaí airgid na foca aige. Hui sé chuid na gardaí agus thug sonraí dóibh maidir leis an bors. And nuair a bhí sheicleabhar nua ege. So when he had a new checkbook, okay. Agus burla noti aragij and a wad of banknotes, I guess you can say, in a foca ege, in his pocket. Okay. So literally, it's and when there was checkbook new and bundle of notes of money. Okay. In his pocket at him, so it means when he had a wad of banknotes in his pocket. This is the guy who won the lottery and he voted or something. Right. So the bank and okay. So before we go to the other half of it, so if you want to ask someone, what do you have in your hand? Sentence A there, kadata idalavagat. So the kadata agat by itself would be what do you have? Kadata agat. Okay. Kadata idalavagat. What do you have in your hand? But you stick the lav in the middle, so it's literally what is there in your hand at you. Okay. In English you say, what do you have in your hand? In Irish you kind of say, what in your hand you have. Okay? Catatá labhagat. And so you can say, like, I have a new book at home, Tá leabhar nua sa bhaile agam. Okay, so is a book new at home for me, at me. Okay? And so when you want to say that you have something, it's always some combination of there being at you something, right? But all the description of what it is you have and where you have it all goes in the middle of that. Okay? So the ta starts it off, the agam's at the end, and what the thing that you have, the new book or a bundle of money, all of that, and where you have it in my house or in your pocket or, you know, whatever, it all goes in the middle.
I've got a book, Gaelic Somalia. Could you say the two ways, Somali or Somalia?
It just depends which dialect you're speaking.
Huh?
That's dialect, whichever dialect you're speaking.
Connacht,
Connemara is Somalia. Yeah. Okay?
So what's this, Munster?
It's a standard.
Oh. Sort of artificial.
Yeah. Well, it's not artificial because that's what most stuff is actually spoken. Like, most stuff is written in standard Irish if you get a book and read it, or read a newspaper. Unless it's like if you're getting something from, you know, from the north. From the north, it's gonna no. If you're getting something from the north, it might be in you know, like Donegal type Irish. But most stuff's going to be more standard. Most of the radio announcers are going to be standard Irish, unless you're listening to the regional reports and such. So this is more what you're going to hear and see the most, I think, if you're just general, unless you're actually off somewhere in a little village talking to someone, then they're going to be speaking whatever dialect is from that area. Okay.
Ask you one other question.
Mm-hmm.
That's Walia, not Wala, Walia?
So, yeah, it's depending on how quickly and how much accent you put on it, how much emphasis.
I always wonder because they don't spell with two L's, they spell with one L, but it's not Violet, it's Walia.
Somalia.
Somalia.
Yeah.
Somalia.
Mm-hmm. And that also depends how much of a yes sound is on, or depends a little bit on the dialect too, because I think there tends to be a tendency in the South, in the Munster forms, I think, less to emphasize it as much. And also it depends how quickly you're speaking and all too. Okay. So, Nuravi, let's see where we. Okay. Nua. Okay. So agus Nuravi Sheklauer Nua agus Burla Noti Arigijana Folka again. So when he had a new checkbook and this new bundle of notes in his pocket, Hui she Chignagardi. So he went to the Gardi. Okay. Hui she he went Chignagardi to the Gardi. Okay, agus hug and gave, sunri doiv. Sunri are details, sunri doiv is details to them. Major lesh and borsh with respect to the Porsche or about the Porsche. Okay. The equivalent of like the English with respect to RE would be major le. Yeah, I actually went and stuck Irish windows on my system, on my computer, so whenever I send emails as a reply from my computer, it comes out as Madurlet instead of RE. Okay. So.
Does it do that when you send it to other people too?
Yeah. So,
that would be in your team.
my replies do, yes. So, okay, so agus nur avi sheklauer nua agus burla noti arigijana folka ege.
Agus nuair a bhí seicleabhar nua agus burla noti arigid na folka ege.
Hui she chig na Gardaí.
Hui sé chuig na Gardaí.
Agus hug sonri doibh maidir leis an borsh.
Agus thug sonri doibh maidir leis an borsh.
Okay, so.
And Giles on the song.
Huh? Right. Okay. Number 3. De gná ag an trasio den lá, heach sé hig béal an galanta chun lón a heath. So de gná means usually. Okay, de gná. Okay, or regularly. Ag an
Breakdown of that word?
de gná, gná kind of means like regular or usual, and they just combined together they just mean usually. I think that's one. I don't know. You really. Sometimes "dit" is used to kind of make some kind of tiny thing about another word, but You just want to learn those two together, Divana.
Divana.
Yeah, usually. Ig an trasho den law. So at this time of the day, or literally at the time this of the day. Okay? Ig an trasho at this time, den law of the day. Heach she, he would go, he was accustomed to going, chig bialan, to a restaurant. Galanta is elegant. Chun is an order. Lon achachav, to have lunch. Okay? And we'll talk about a couple things here. First of all, the word hui, irregular word in Irish, but it's one you should definitely know. It's the word to go. Okay? To say he went there yesterday, you say hui she and shin and ye. So hui she and shin and ye. So went he there yesterday.